Hello again, this is Elsie, and today we're going to learn how to use a clipping mask in Procreate. As you can see, you're going to need your tablet, a digital pencil, and the following canvas size and color profile in order to start this project. Also, don't forget to download the free metallic background with the link on the screen. All right, let's get started. We're going to use the plus sign on the Procreate app, the 8x10 at 300 dpi canvas. I already have mine open horizontally, and we're going to pick the 6B pencil, which is typically under the sketching tab. If you haven't rearranged any of your brushes, that's where you'll be able to find that particular pencil. And I just love, or I should say a brush, I just love the 6B pencil because it allows me not only to sketch but to draw, and it kind of has this really cool texture that allows you to make it look very real. So I opened up the toolbar to get to the drawing guides. I love to have the drawing guides open, and you can pick so many different colors too. If you don't want to use the darker colors, you can use the lighter ones too if you have a different color background. And it just allows me to be able to pick exactly the size that I want to see. So if I want to sketch something a little bit larger, I can use the larger grid squares, or if it's something teeny tiny, it allows me to pick that too. I am kind of OCD when it comes to rearranging my grid, and I'm using these X's just to kind of get a better visual of where I want to see my lettering. But feel free to do this however you'd like. Now I'm going to go ahead and start sketching out our quote, which is "Know your worth." Okay, now I'm going to turn off my drawing guide and kind of see where I am and remove the X's. I should have put them on another layer, but it's all good. And I'm going to continue to draw the rest of my quote. For this next step, I'm going to turn down the opacity of our quote that we've sketched in and add a new layer. And I'm going to draw over it in the new layer so it's just nice and clean. And turn on my grid, my drawing grid again, just to kind of help see where I am, because I'm not exactly loving where I'm putting part of my quote. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and use the select tool just so I can use the sketched version on our first layer and just make it a little bit smaller and just kind of play with the placement. Okay, we're going to go back to the layers menu and select our second layer, turn off the drawing guides, and I'm going to stick with my 6B pencil because I kind of want that sketchy look to the final piece. So I'm going to just go in and redraw in all of my quote and just kind of give it a better look than what we had going on with the sketch. All right, we're finished with our quote and we can go ahead and insert our clipping mask. So if you already downloaded it, it'll be really easy just to go into your photos and drop it in. And I'm going to get rid of my sketching layer. And once I click on my inserted image, I click on the clipping mask. And as you can see, it just automatically goes over the quote that we had. Doesn't it look great? And it's so easy. Now I'm going to duplicate my layer 2 and I'm going to actually turn this into a shadow. So since it was already that dark black grayish kind of a color, it makes it really easy just to move the duplicate over, go over to the adjustments layer, and just move the bar with your pencil just a little bit. I usually like to stay under 7 to 8%, somewhere along those lines, just to kind of make it look a little bit more hazy. Then I turn down the opacity, and it just gives it that really great shadow look behind your quotes. So it just gives it a little bit of like a depth and not so plain and you know the word I'm looking for that I can't think of at the moment. But wasn't that easy? Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.